such a pertinent topic for so many different areas of our professional lives, and maybe even in our personal lives as well, is when we seek external validation instead of trusting ourselves. And I want to give some examples of what this could look like, how this can show up, and some exercises you can think about to lean into your inner knowing, your inner trust, your self value, and believing in yourself. And I think, we may be coming up on performance evaluation season potentially in your workplace, or you will have that at some point of your year. And I wonder if it gets a little bit more intense, those feelings of self-doubt or inner trust at that time. Our professions are very much recruit high achieving individuals and also reward that validation of external things at times. And so I think we sometimes have this culture where that external validation is normalized as the thing to be striving for, rather than also knowing and trusting yourself and your gifts and your strengths and your skills that you naturally bring to the table. So I want you to reflect back on the last time that you received a compliment or positive feedback. Put yourself in that conversation again. Tell me how it felt, what was said, what you were feeling during that time where you received some really positive feedback. So if you even want to close your eyes for a moment and think about that. When you think about that one, or maybe many positive things that you've been told throughout your career, what was the next thought that you had after you received that feedback? So what was the next thing that came up for you in your mind? Did you think, oh, they're just saying that, they're just being really kind and nice about telling me something positive? Or maybe you thought, well, thank you for that, but also I can continue getting better. Or maybe you thought, yeah, they think I'm ready for this opportunity, this next step, this project, but I'm actually not ready. Maybe that's what came up for you. Or you waited until you had your performance review to affirm the things that you think were going well, the strengths that you think you have, the things that you're striving for, but you're waiting for someone else to tell you that, yes, you achieved. Yes, you are great at this. Yes, you are making progress. Yes, you are ready to lead this initiative. Or maybe you're waiting for a certain person in your organization or outside of your organization to validate you. Maybe you're waiting for a specific title. You're waiting to arrive, at the place where you think everything is figured out and everyone acknowledges your strengths and your gifts. Or maybe you're waiting for someone to ask you to do something. Maybe you're waiting for the perfect time, the right time to take that next step. And if you have these feelings, number one, you're definitely not alone. You're not alone by any means. This is a very common and normal thought process that we can go through when we're not in a place of inner trust or self-trust, inner knowing of what to do. But my thought to share with you this morning is that my question is, are you outsourcing your confidence somewhere else? Are you waiting for something out of your control to tell you that you know what to do, to tell you that you have these beautiful gifts and strengths to give to the world? If we look at external validation, we see things like, okay, I'm waiting until someone confirms my strengths. I'm waiting until I'm 110% qualified for this job description. I'm waiting to say something in this meeting in the perfect way. I want it to land perfectly with the people that I'm interacting with. I want it to be said so perfectly, right? I will take on that new opportunity when someone asks me to. But when you're operating from a place of self-trust, it feels different. It feels like you know and you can determine your own readiness. It feels like you are okay with things not working out. You are okay with potential disappointments that can come your way. You're okay with not needing that external validation to know that you belong right where you are. You can move forward on things without waiting for approval. You can know that everything is figure outable. I think there's a great quote out there about we can figure things out. And I'm a pharmacist. If you're watching and you're a pharmacist, you have so many amazing critical thinking skills. You are in the healthcare world, similar across all disciplines, right? We have navigated such complex things in our professional life, in our personal life. You can figure it out. But we're trained in this system that rewards external validation. We're trained in a system that rewards GPAs. We're trained in a system that rewards getting feedback from our preceptors. We're trained in a system where our board exams are that barrier to entry. Start this process in very small ways. Make small decisions quickly. Choose something, execute on it, reflect back on it. Make those small decisions to show yourself that you can do things without needing that external approval. Track your small wins. Every Wednesday, I try to post a Wednesday wins theme for you to be able to reflect on the small things that are happening in your personal and your professional life. And I'm talking small. Like, okay, maybe I left on time today. Small win. Maybe I got up from my desk and walked for 5 minutes in between meetings today. Small win. Maybe I held a boundary stronger today. I said no to something. Small win. Maybe I took on a stretch assignment, raised my hand for something before I felt 100% ready. Small win. That data, that feedback, that loop back to you is that self trust data. It gives us that information to know that we have everything we need. And let fear sit with you. Let fear be with you. I listened to a great podcast yesterday by Tim Ulbrich and Emma Tublo. So amazing. If you haven't listened to it yet, go over to Your Financial Pharmacist podcast. Go ahead and take a listen to their most recent episode. But Emma described carrying around fear with her like a puppy in a purse. And I loved that metaphor. It's one, it was so cute and fun. But also to just know that you can operate whilst still feeling worried about what's going to happen. You can move forward while still knowing that fear is going to show up for you. You can say, okay, like, acknowledge feeling a little bit fearful about this. I'm feeling